This video is all about Amsterdam, the city that changed my life. Here I went from being a waiter, getting paid $5 an hour, to being one of the top 1% photographers, getting paid 500 euros an hour. One of the best things I've done in my life was go back to the main city where all the opportunities are. In this city I met people on the streets that work at Tommy Hilfiger or Calvin Klein, some of the biggest corporations in the world. So I'm gonna show you all of that and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Do you see this? Do you see how beautiful this is? This is the Netherlands. This is one of my favorite spots. This, if you have like a zoom lens and you can shoot people there. You have a couple there. It's just one of the most beautiful spots to make photos, I think. Alright, let me show you Amsterdam around. And the weather is perfect lately. It was too hot yesterday, now it's a little bit fresh. I love it. Okay, look at that there. I love this Dutch roof, if you see that. Okay, so ChatGPT just said it's all okay to film. That's another thing about the Netherlands and Bali. The difference is that in Amsterdam you have a scary police and they will stop you and fine you if you're on your phone or if you're I don't know, they have a lot of reasons. The thing about Amsterdam is they keep changing the laws about stuff like that, about everything, and then you just need to keep up following with all of those things, and they keep you kind of scared. Or I was always a little bit scared of the police, I think since the pandemic, when I wasn't able to leave. And so in Bali I'm not scared of anything. I'm just super natural and I'm friendly. I'm respectful, but I'm not scared. So the first time I went to Bali, I actually rented a huge motorcycle and I don't have any driving license. So I just drove my the new motorcycle, which is a huge thing in between your legs. It's shaking like that. It's a strange feeling. But then I drove like in the first ride all across Bali in the most dangerous roads and the fastest lines. That was stupid. I think I was like, I needed to have an accident. I didn't have an accident or something bad. I just got stuck in a car after a red light, so it wasn't so bad. But I needed to have an accident to go back to reality, because I was like almost checking what are the limits of freedom. I felt so free in Bali. It's such an amazing feeling. You feel so powerful in Bali. And here in Amsterdam you feel a little bit powerless sometimes. Okay, so this is where I studied. Actually, this is where I grew up. I was a kid here every day with mom on the bike behind. I was, you know, like a little kid here. She was sitting here, I was sitting in the back holding her. Famous trams. And yeah, this is like one of the craziest schools. And then in the back, if I remember right, there's a like play park, and then it's super fun. You see all your friends coming with their moms and their bikes. It's such a great feeling to have as a kid. To be honest, I think I don't know if I'll let my kids grow in Amsterdam, but I'll come here quite often with my kids, just to show them what life is about, riding bikes and having fun here. It's super fun. Amsterdam is really fun for kids. And you have so many farms here, and it's all green and beautiful. It's amazing. It's an amazing place. Look at that. Okay, this is Amsterdam as well. Look at that. So look at this place. One of these places, which I can't share, was my office. And so we had a collective of photographers, 4 photographers, some of the best event photographers in Amsterdam. So we shot a lot of weddings together, for example, Awakenings, which is the biggest techno festival in the world. We shot different things like that. And the beautiful thing is we had an agent, or we had someone who was negotiating for us. And the beautiful thing is that we didn't need to answer emails anymore. We didn't need to answer anything. We would just like show up to a location based on what he would tell us. He would tell us like, hey, show up to this location and you're getting paid this and this. And he would get, if I remember right, 5%, maybe 10%, but I think 5%. And so it was beautiful. We don't need to negotiate anymore. He was a good negotiator, so he was getting us paid more than we thought per booking, right? So he helped me also raise my confidence about my prices and things like that, because he would just prove me like, hey, here it is. And sometimes I would look at the emails. At the beginning I would look at the emails and cringe and feel scared. And no, it actually worked out really well. He was a good negotiator, and he was actually an event planner, and he had DJs or artists that he would do the same thing for. So he like, because we were in the DJ world, right? We were working with festivals and DJs. Every DJ would have like a manager or an agent. He just did it for us, and then not only he helped us raise our prices and see how much we were worth more once we negotiate correctly and communicate our prices. Because we were a collective of like photographers together, if I couldn't do something, it would go to another person in the collective. I even shot a few weddings here as well. I used to work here as a photographer, and I want to show it.
Okay, because we don't allow cameras in here. I don't know if you have
I was
for marketing.
Yeah, I was the house photographer of this place.
You've been? Okay then.
I worked here a lot.
Okay then, okay. So there you
okay.
have.
Thank you. Okay, it worked. This is what I've missing about Europe when I'm in Bali. This kind of view. My favorite view. A pool on a rooftop in Amsterdam. The first time I saw this, I was like, I have to go work here. So this is actually a discovery. I was living, I think, a while in the Netherlands, and suddenly I see a photo of a party in a pool on a rooftop in Amsterdam, in a beautiful pool like this. And I was like, oh my god, I love rooftops. I have to work here. And I was not a photographer, like I was just starting with photography back then. And so I proposed to be a waiter here. And then a year later, I'm a photographer here. That was like, I made it. That's where I made it. I felt like I made it. One of the most beautiful places in Amsterdam. And every time I would like come and bring all my friends, all the tourists, everyone, I would bring them to here. That's why I'm bringing you. And then we would just swim here. And I mean, you don't even need to pay for it. Maybe they changed it, but you just need to buy a drink or something for, I don't know, 10 euros, and then you get in. This is like one of the best ways, I think, to get clients anywhere. It's just to go with a vlog camera and be like, hey, do you mind if I make a vlog in your place? They will probably get you in touch directly with a marketing manager or with the right person, and then you have a conversation with them. And it's like, oh yeah, I do this and this and this and whatever you do, and then you're already collaborating with them because they like attention, right? Every business likes attention, needs attention, so you're giving them attention for free. And then you're like, yeah, if you want, like I'm really good at this specific thing, I can help you with that. Is that something you need help with? And then they might be like, yeah, that actually sounds amazing. And then you talk about details. Good morning. Okay, Dutch style. I walk into a beautiful luxury hotel. And then ask them like, hey, is it okay if I film here? And they said, yeah, usually you need to speak with PR and things like that. And so he asked me like, what is the video about? Just for you to vlog about my favorite places in Amsterdam. And then he says like, you know what, like, usually you would need to speak, but if you don't show any people, I'll let it slide. Also there, one of the most beautiful things that I've had this month was I'm sleeping at my client's house, right? The daughter of Wim Hof. And so I'm taking care of her dog, sleeping at her house. We're doing a course together, project together. That's why I flew here. And so at her house, she has a shower. And this shower is like, everyone can see you. It's like, it's on the second floor and everyone sees you. It's a weird thing. And it's a beautiful shower, but then I'm like, hey, like I cannot close the curtains with a shower. How do I get a shower? I'm just gonna be naked and everyone is gonna see me. And she's like, so Dutch of her, and so Wim Hof of her as well. It's like, give them a show. Just give them a show, you know? And it's like, well, that's a great mindset. I would just give them a show, all naked. I don't know if anyone saw me. I didn't realize anyone was like pointing at me or looking, like staring too much. But it was a fun experience. Cannot show too much. It feels good. It feels kind of strange sometimes to be holding a camera near other people, but I think most people understand it nowadays. They're like used to it, or not used to it, but they're like thankful for it, especially as a business, I think. Which is really interesting feeling. I love this. Cannot live without my phone. Need to be always available. So that's the beauty about working online. You can work everywhere from your phone, but on the other side you're glued to your phone. Or you need to be really strong at boundaries, which is something I'm learning on doing lately. But now, for example, I cannot really say like I need to be on my phone because I have the keys of where I'm staying at. She needs the keys as well, so I need to be available. And I'm so hungry. Didn't eat anything. You know, when you have a camera, you can actually ask to go to the rooftop actually and show the rooftop. I don't know if they have a rooftop here or if they have, but it could be a really beautiful spot for the camera. And so next time, if I ever have a photo shoot in Amsterdam, I would ask or pay them to go to this photo shoot place. So usually you'd need a videographer to follow you. That's what I used to do in Bali. And I would always be dependent on people to be like, hey, which is a great thing as well, because they put the pressure of like, okay, we're gonna film now, but you need to really want it first, right? And so now the nice thing about this camera is that and tripod, I can just like do it all myself. And maybe because I just paid for this camera, then I feel like, okay, amazing, how fun. Now I need to use it and need to record, and it makes my life much easier as well, this camera. So it's easier than ever, and it's prettier than ever. Alright, let's get pancakes at the Ukrainian pancake house. It's actually one of my favorite places and my favorite girls as well. The Ukrainian/Russian girls are so beautiful and so feminine as well. I love it. Look at this. This is the strangest building. Let me show you Amsterdam meanwhile. Look how beautiful this is. Do you see how beautiful Amsterdam can be? I love Europe. There's a beautiful bridge, small bridge. Yeah, you too. Imagine a drone that connects to your phone and has AI in it, and you just tell it like, hey, show us around. Like, hey Mike, show us around. And it basically flies over and shows everyone around the beautiful house you're staying at, and gives you a show, gives them a show basically. You say like, okay, let's do a photo shoot now, I need new Tinder photos, which is probably what most people will ask for. And then it will speak to you through the phone, right? So the phone will be the microphone and the speaker. And so, because you cannot have a microphone on the drone itself because it's loud. And so it will tell you like, hey, show me this angle, and then now do this, and then it will give you compliments like a photographer would do. But it will be basically AI. And then you tell it like, hey, I want to do something special now. Do you have any suggestions for a special photo shoot we can do at this location? And we'll look at the whole location with a drone, and then it will think like, oh yeah, I have this spot, and we can go on the rooftop and we can do this, right? And then we'll pause you. So we'll come up with all those ideas, which is scary because that's like the best thing a human can do, right? Like come up with ideas, passion, and be like, oh yeah, we can do this with this. But you'll need to still come up with a prompt yourself of like, hey, I need some Tinder photos, do you want to take some photos of this? So you will come up with the idea together. Yeah, I was speaking with a friend, a German friend, about the difference between Americans and Europeans. And so Europeans are like negative. We complain about everything. And then Americans, they have this fake positivity thing where they're positive about everything. And sometimes healthy, but sometimes fake, which is funny. And I was thinking like, okay, what's better? Of course, being positive is better. But then you can think about it as well. Who is richer? Who has more money? Americans, right? There is all the money. And so maybe being positive and even fake positive is much, much better for your business than being negative. This is amazing. Like usually it's hard for me to speak to the camera, but now just having this camera like this on my bike, it's like having another friend that I speak to. This is great. I love this. It's the first time I'm speaking so much to the camera. Just bring it with you to your life. What a great idea.
Waar was je?
Ik was de hele dag aan het vloggen.
Oh, wat leuk.
Superleuk. En dit zet ik gewoon op mijn fiets.
Dan ga je praten.
Ja, dan ga ik gewoon praten. Dat is